The new Model 3 generative android from Funky is a fully autonomous humanoid robot with features never before seen in the consumer market.
Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, I checked out M3GAN, and this 2022 film was directed by Gerard Johnstone and stars Allison Williams, Violet McGraw, and Ronnie Chang, among others, of course. The story of this movie is about this robotanist who works at this toy company, building robots, kind of like Furbies and whatnot. And she also has like a secret project to build like this android doll thing. And of course, that's shut down. It's way too expensive. But then she has to take care of her niece suddenly because the niece's parents die in some car accident. And she's not really, aware of how to do parenting and that type of stuff. She's more involved in her robot stuff. And so she turns on her robot to, play with the child, do some parenting stuff with the child as well. Like, remind her to wash her hands, brush her teeth, that type of stuff. And of course, with this type of movie, you know how it is. The robot kind of goes off track of its programming and starts killing people. What will happen though? Well, you have to watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. So what works with this one? Well, I actually thought it was really clever how everything is done. With this type of stuff, there's lots of other, robot movies out there. Android, Prototype, and of course, with toys, there's Chucky and whatnot. And with this one, yeah, it's all done really clever about, why she has this robot, how it kind of interacts with the child, how it's programmed to take over, parental details, and all of that stuff I thought was really clever. They also have aspects of it where they're, it's a prototype, so they're marketing it as well. And all of the marketing stuff is really interesting and how they have to go to different board meetings sometimes and show it off to different board members. All of that really was really interesting. It's never particularly confusing, so it's never, something you really have to think about. But all of it's just very clever ideas that go into it. They also have a segment where it's like having to deal with the child's psychology, whether she's building attachment issues to this, and that's going to cause, psychological problems later when, she has to give up her doll, that type of stuff. And so all of it just seems really well written, really thought out and clever. So if you do enjoy a smart movie, I think this is fairly smart. So you can enjoy it on that level as well. Also, I thought all of the acting was really well done in this one. None of the characters were miscast or anything like that. And so they all do a good job. They're not overacting. They're acting exactly as they need to, I think, which is excellent to see. You believe them. Even the kid is an excellent actor in this one. With the robot is a good actor as well. With this one, you can tell the care and detail they've put into the face and how the face makes these little kind of, minute details that whether it's like, a half blinking eye, that type of stuff, and how much that adds to the character of the robot is really well done. With the robot, there is a body double sometimes, and you can tell when it's a body double for sure. It's just, some young girl in an outfit. And of course, they don't, film the head in those scenes, so you can tell, but all of that's really well done as well. That person works really well. So all of that type of stuff definitely goes into this one. That just makes it, a high quality film. Also with this movie, I think it's like light horror movie. I was never particularly scared or anything like that. But I think, if you have a teenager or something who wants to get into, horror, they'll probably enjoy this one. Or even like, preteen would probably feel a little bit frightened here or there. But you can discuss it with them afterwards, where it's just like kind of a jump scare or whatnot. And so all of that's, really well and good. So I think it's probably a bigger audience than you expect. I think it has enough, clever moments, clever ideas that an adult audience will also enjoy it as well. So all of that is pretty, well done. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this movie. Well, like I said, it is light horror, so don't expect to be frightened. I would say expect more to be entertained rather than anything else. Other than that, with this robot, I never really got the sense that they would go down this path and start killing people. It seems like, in other robot movies, like the families are abusive to the robot. Like they're just hitting it and smacking it and calling it names and treating it like a slave. Whereas with this one, like the robot's the girl's friend and the woman wants it to be like a part of the family and that type of stuff. So it just kind of seems odd that the robot would just kind of start killing people. It's just like, it's in this situation, it kills someone, it doesn't have any remorse, so it doesn't, think anything about it. I guess it is like a prototype, so the programming is not perfect. They should have added, parental controls, ideas about, what death is and how to discuss that, and all that different type of stuff. So it just seems like it's something the robot does. I don't know. The programming isn't complete. So in a movie that's trying to be really clever, it's this kind of something that is overlooked, I think. And yeah, that's probably really the only complaints I have. Again, pretty entertaining overall. So who would I recommend this movie for? Well, if you're a horror fan, yeah, totally check this one out. If you like sci-fi, I think there's enough, sci-fi elements that you'll get a real kick out of it as well. And of course, with that light horror aspect to it, it can be fun for the whole family. So there's probably going to be a pretty big audience for this one. So yeah, check it out if you want. As for rating, well, I have to give it this 6.7 because it was pretty fun. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.